Hey guys, what's up? It's Rhett back out of another video. This video, I'm going to be talking about the NBA draft for the Atlanta Hawks. I saw some comments and some people I know were telling me what I think should happen, what I want to happen, and here's some different scenarios. Since we got the 17th pick, people are saying we might trade up to the 3rd pick has been talked about to get RJ Barrett. I've heard the Cavs might be in a Cavaliers trade might happen for the 5th pick. Both moves, there's pros and cons. I'll start off first. Trading up to the 3rd pick will probably cost us the 8th. It'll definitely cost us the 8th, probably the 10th, but you might get away with the 17th and maybe a 2nd round pick, which is 3 picks for 1, and you're getting RJ Barrett basically confirmed. I don't know about this move. RJ Barrett's a great player, don't get me wrong, but do you really want to give up all your 1st round picks when you're trying to build a team? And I know we got rid of Taurean Prince and we need a 3 guard, but I think you can get one just as good with the 8th pick, and you can also pick up another big man with the 10th. I like RJ. If RJ goes to Atlanta, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with that trade either way. Because he was projected number 1 out of high school, and then Zion did what Zion does. But RJ Barrett is an okay pickup. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Trae Young will definitely make him better. Tre Jones was a great point guard at Duke, but to have somebody who can facilitate like Trae Young and have a big man similar to Zion and John Collins, you can build more. It'll be a more environment that he's used to. But you lose out on 2 picks, which I think are big. If another scenario is trading, I guess maybe the 8th and the 17th pick to Cleveland for the 5th to get Jarrett Culver. Jarrett Culver, I'm not very high on. Somebody in the comments said they thought Cam Reddish was a lot better. I'm going to get onto that in a little bit. I agreed. Jarrett Culver, great player. There's a reason he's getting talked about. But when people watch him, nobody really watched Texas Tech basketball during the regular season. It's not Duke. It's not Kentucky. It's not every night. It's not your primetime TV where people are going to say Texas Tech's playing, let's turn it on. No, you just didn't hear that. He had a great regular season. He kind of shied away in the Final Four. That's what I thought. I watched the Final Four because all the mock drafts had him coming to Atlanta before the lottery. And I was like, if he comes to Atlanta, let me watch and see what I get. I saw him score like 10 points one game, and he shot like 2 for 13 with free throws. The championship game, he didn't really do anything. You saw glimpses where he would take over and glimpses where he shot away, and you can't do that on the biggest stage. Granted, he won't be the best player in Atlanta. He'll be behind. He won't be a main option, so he'll have time to develop. We're still young. We're still growing. But you want somebody who can take it over if they have to, which I didn't really see him do. Texas Tech fans out there, let me know. Here's some. Now, if we keep our picks, this is the thing. I haven't really looked at the mock drafts for the 17th pick because I imagine we're trading it. So, I don't really know who it could be. I could definitely see somebody like Grant Williams maybe falling that far. And I could see we've worked him out. I could see him coming to Atlanta. It's not a bad pick. There's also a center from Maryland, or power forward, it's really good and I think we're high on. But I guarantee you, if we keep the 8th pick, we'll go Cam Reddish, which is a great move. He's played alongside some really good players. He wasn't the main option. Excuse me. He wasn't the main option there. And he's coming to Atlanta where he doesn't have to be the main option. We have a players coach who can develop him and turn him into a great player. But he can do it kind of on his own. More, the Hawks say, I think they'll make the playoffs. But, like, he'll get his points, he'll contribute, and he'll fall into that role of let me play, let me score, and play defense. And at Duke, I think he'll get more opportunities in Atlanta. At Duke, it was RJ and Zion. But in Atlanta, Trey will pass to him. He'll get more points. They'll move around. They'll get him open. And I think he has great potential to grow and be one of the best players because he was like a number 4 prospect out of high school and coming into the year. And he still is that good. It's just he didn't get the spotlight because you got Zion, you got RJ, and then other schools have great players like Jarrett Culver and stuff where they're doing it on their own. And so he might have had 10 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, but if, say, he's on Syracuse, somebody else in that conference, he might be getting 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. It's just the players he played with were so elite that you can't really scale his points and his stat line. It doesn't really show how good he is because he wasn't the main option. Zion averaged like 25, 26. RJ averaged like 22. You just, in college games, they score like 80, 90 points, 70 to 90 points. So you're not getting too many. Then with the 10th pick, this is what I want. Also, Bol Bol. He is a 3-and-D player, but he can handle it like a guard. He can dribble, he can shoot, and he's 7'7". Like, he'll block shots, he'll play defense. His injury did hurt him, but I mean, that's a great player. His dad was a legend. 7'7", I don't think you can pass up on this. He can shoot. He might get body. He might get back down into the paint. That's the one problem. But I would love to see him come to Atlanta. I think he's a great player. Who I've heard is Texas center. I'm sorry, I do not know his name. Center out of Texas. He's apparently a double-double machine. I think he can shoot threes. He can get rebounds, and he can score. He got about 10 points, 10 rebounds, which are good numbers. You want some rebounding bigs. But he's got to show more ability to shoot. As a Hawks fan, I don't believe we need a big man. I don't. I think Alex Len's developed a lot. I think Dwayne Dedmon's great. We need a backup power forward. I do believe that. Because you have Amari Spellman. So Spellman could play the 3, backup 3. You need one more big man to fill in the roles and get good. But with the 17th overall pick, Grant Williams could be great. He could be a backup 3 guard. You get Cam and put him at the 1, Grant Williams at the 3, and you're perfect. And then later in the draft, maybe you get a backup shooting guard because I think Kent Bazemore will be gone at some point. I could see him being a salary dump, say Boston or somebody. We'll trade the 14th pick for the 10th pick and him. You might see that happen. Here's a bold thing. We have the 35th pick. We have like 6 picks in this draft. I would like for them to use one of these picks on Taco Fall. If you don't get Bol Bol, go pick up the other 7-foot beast. He was unstoppable. He beat Duke just about single-handedly. Because you're not going to find... Nobody else is 7'7". Boban, he's 7'3", but you still see over his head, which is crazy to think. But maybe you get him in the weight room, get more muscle, more meat on him. He could be an amazing player. I think he showed signs of shooting it, but he can dunk it. He'll score. He would be a great pickup off the bench. That his role at UCF wasn't the main player. He'll fill that role in Atlanta and be a great sixth man. But I mean, there's a lot that can happen. We could trade up. We could trade back. I don't think we'll trade for anybody, any players. I think it'll be picks. I could see us getting rid of players. I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about what if we traded all 6 picks we have this year, plus the Nets first round pick that they're giving us next year for Zion. And we were talking about that. And I would love to see it happen. Zion in Atlanta is prime TV. People are going to be like, well, the Hawks are on Trae Young, Zion. But, I mean, you're trading up so many young, valuable players that, I don't know. One of my friends said Zion's the second coming of Jesus. But what if he's a bust? There's always that what if. What if he's supposed to be Andrew Wiggins? Andrew Wiggins, in my opinion, has been a bust. He hasn't been a star. He's been okay. He's been good, but he hasn't been a star. Number 1 picks are stars. He won't be Anthony Bennett. He won't suck. He's just built too good for that. And he's used to Anthony Bennett wasn't supposed to be a number 1 pick. But, I mean, it's hard to imagine somebody being like LeBron, and that's what they say he is. But, I mean, I think he'll be great in his own way. It'll be kind of like Trae Young. They said he's going to be Steph Curry. Then they're like, he's not Steph Curry. He did his own thing. He passed better than Steph Curry. He didn't shoot it as good at the beginning, but he showed signs at the end. He could finish like Steph Curry. Good. But Steph Curry's inside game is underrated. He showed glints in his own way. Zion's got to learn to shoot a jump shot. Or people are just going to be focused in on him on the inside. Somewhere in Atlanta where they do pick and roll alley-oops, you love it. But when it gets down to the final few seconds and say Trae Young's dribbling the ball and he's getting double teamed, can he pass it to you to hit a 3? And I don't think Zion could. I think Cam Reddish can. I think Bol can. That's what I see. I see Jarrett Culver. I saw him hit a couple. Those are guys who can hit the 3. You're okay if they shoot the 3. You don't want somebody who's like Draymond Green, where if he shoots it, you're praying at the 15% chance it goes in. It goes in. I'm rambling now. This is my thoughts, my opinions on the NBA draft. As a Hawks fan, I'm okay with just about anybody. I think we're making the playoffs next year. You can't really go wrong whether you go with RJ, Culver, or Cam. I think it's the playoffs. That's my honest opinion. The East, the back end of the East is weak. I think we'll be better than the Heat. We'll be better than the Magic. Pistons will be better than them. I think we could be better than maybe 1 or 2 more playoff teams. I think you might see the Sixers kind of fall. We won't be better than the Sixers. You'll see them fall back a little bit. Brooklyn, you don't know. You don't know if Kyrie going there, they get dysfunctional. I think there's a lot of things that can happen. This league's pretty crazy. Indiana, you don't know how good they'll be. I think anybody we get will be a great pickup, and we'll be able to help immediately. And they don't have to feel rushed into it because you're surrounded by good players who will take over the spotlight, and they'll let you get your work in and do it the right way. Our coaches are great at developing. I hope we bring back Vince Carter. If we bring back Vince Carter, these players will show tremendous growth. That's one key pickup I'm going to talk about in my free agency video. But this is my opinion on the NBA draft, what the Hawks should do, and what they might do, but who knows till about another 10 days till draft night. All right, peace.